some people now they shop belly food, now. They can't come out. For inside those states, they can't come out. Say them be Igbo people, indigenous Igbo people of those states. Say Igbanke. No, now watch out. Say una siam. Say una siam ba una self. Una siam. What I can first do? I can't go. If you see speed, I tell wrong. Go comment section. First comment, so I go read. The person right say, since they say they no be, say they be Igbo, say they no be from that side. I can't remember the comments properly. But person say make they pack their load, they go their Igbo side. Since they say Oba of Benin no be their Oba. As I read that comment, the thing pain me. Say those people come out, say now I can't start immediately. Because me I want to take the case. I can't start to go check Nigeria's constitution because please, in as much say we dey joke for here, please always check everything that comes out of our mouth. It's always backed by the constitution. That's one thing you should know. I can't go check them. I say I read constitution left, right, center. I form panel, I do everything, I ask questions, I did everything. Sadly, they are right though. Those people are right. Sadly, they are right. They have the rights to what they're doing. They have the rights to their own king. Sadly, that's Nigeria's constitution. Nigeria's constitution allows them. They are indigenous people of Edo State. Yes, they are right. Sadly, they are right. Which is one thing I want us to start learning how to do, which is telling ourselves the truth. Because your father told you a story doesn't mean your father is right. Always go and check to see if that story your father told you is right. So, by Nigeria's constitution, they are right. Nigeria practices two kind of system. We have the modern and the traditional system. That's why we have over 300 traditional rulers in Nigeria. Over 300. And we have, we still have our governors, we have our local government, we have all those kind of things. You get what I mean? So, to be fair, they are right. It's their ancestral land. Now that place where they are, that community is their ancestral land. So they have the right to have their own for that. They have the right. Nigeria's law back them. So the governor of Edo State could approve it and just give them their own easy. So it's now their own choice. Probably they must have appointed one because to be a lineage thing. So they already know who is their easy and things like that because they have their own customary laws, they have their own traditions, they have their own everything. Sadly, we have to tell ourselves the truth. It's Nigeria's constitution. So some people will say, what is the difference between that and Biafra? The difference is this. Biafra is seeking for a country. Igbanke people are seeking for self-determination. That's different. Biafra and secession, those ones they seek for. This one's not self-determination. They have their own community. Their community is not even under Benin. Their community is not in Benin. Their community, their community. Sure, you understand? So all this, all these facts are things we need to know. Which, when I become president, I will make sure every Nigerian reads Nigeria's constitution so that you can know your rights. That's the problem. We don't know the constitution. We don't know our left from right. But when we know all these things, then all those say, my mama say, my papa say, my grandmother told me this, your grandmother, which school you go? Your grandma, your great-grandparents, how many of them could write? How many of them could read? Let's be honest now. So you understand, this is our own modern day way, let's make it modern. It's modern already anyway. So we just have to live in it as it is, which is the modern. Which people like us will now start telling the truth the way it is. They have the right. It's now up to the governor of Edo State to determine if he's going to approve it or not. And it hurts, but it's the truth. To know, start to learn to accept the truth. So, first time Igbo people, nah, fold my hand. But no problem. Now fold my hand. But Biafra people, nah, go hear man. See, that's why I always tell the truth.
I've repeatedly said it, that the reason why we perish in this country is not because of bad government. We are perishing in this country because we no get sense. As the Holy Book say, people perish for lack of knowledge. It's not lack of spiritual power. The reason why the leaders, whether political or traditional leaders, are taking advantage of us because we are full of ignorance. That is the problem. This life is balanced. Now we know stand well. The life is so simple. All you need is to get knowledge. You watch that video. The guy said he made research. He make inquiry. He seek for knowledge. And when he found the knowledge, he said, these guys are right. The life is so simple. All these things we are shouting out, just make a simple return. Your father said and say is not the truth. It is never the truth. Try to be asking questions. If to say people are coming to my page and be saying, if you say this and this, what is this? You people would have even crippled me. Because there's a certain question people will ask. It might actually make me to start pondering, maybe you people are right. But you people don't even come to ask it. You just come to insult people, name tagging, and then threatening people. None of you come to reason. None of you come to seek knowledge. You see what he's saying? And that is how it is. That is our ancestral land. You see, what people don't understand is that the land does not shift, but the land can change name. The people does not shift, but the people can change name. But despite any name you like call the people, they still remain the people who owns that land. It will not make sense to you, but let me give you an illustration. The same river that you see in Kogi, in Lokoja, is the same river that you see in Benue, and the same river you see in River Niger. The same river. But when that river reach Kogi, it becomes a conference river. When it reach Anambra, it becomes River Niger. The same water that passes all of them. That is how Igbo land is. The same Igbo land that cut across, the same way they cut them into 5 in the southeast and cut across to the other side, they cut them into 2 in Delta and Edo, is the same Igbo land. I don't know whether you understand me. The same thing. The only difference is that this one, we call Igbanke, now the tip of Igbo land, and that tip is what they cut and join Edo State. Just that small part is the remaining part that's supposed to make a whole lump of Igbo land. They cut and join Edo State. But you are claiming it's your land because they have renamed it to Edo. So Igbo land moved by shape or however I find itself. It did not carry it and go to Edo, and you people did not own it and give it to us. Just that is we are the edge. And that edge is okay, maybe we'll join that small edge to make up a big land to call Edo. But today, you guys are claiming we be migrants. Thank God for people who have I see this guy. I never posted this video before. The first time somebody tagged me on this video is the day he was saying that one Ikwere man still carry drug, and people on there were saying these Igbo people, you see, this is what they call success, drug pushing. And I was laughing because the same Ikwere people will come and say they are not Igbo, but everybody is blaming Southeastern Igbo because when they say Igbo, nobody they look at whether it's South again. Everybody will look at Southeast. But Ikwere man, that's the video I saw him the first time. This is the second time they are tagging me on this video to say, see what he was saying. See it? The life is so simple. Now you make it difficult. This life is balanced. Now you know stand where. You guys are standing in ignorance and be pointing accusing finger to people. I'm out of here, Joe.